stream to work, yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks, welcome to the stream. Sorry we got started a little bit late today. Had some car problems, and hopefully everything should be up and running and streaming, and you can hear me now. So we are here. There's currently 15:25 left in period number 1. Rampage looking very good first couple of shifts. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, but a lot of pressure in the Coyotes zone so far. Puck up the near side. Whitted with a steal. He's going to skate it into the zone to the far side. Takes a quick shot, goes up and over. Puck bouncing around out front. Rampage can't get a stick on it. I believe the net came off. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Coyotes zone. 15:03 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Judkins, Fewer, and Bisley. Puck back in the zone down low. Sarver's going to go chase it down. Skates back to the far side. Drexel comes in, sends it low to high up to Bisley, over to Fewer. Shot, doesn't make it through. Coyotes with the puck. Up and out of the zone. They're going to send it across to the far side. Deep in the Rampage zone, back behind. Comes across to the near side corner. Coyotes feed it up low to high. Kept in the zone for now. Drexel's got it. Skates it out. Sends it across for Sarver. Sarver wrangles it in. Pokes it into the zone and gets poked back out to neutral ice. It's going to come across to the near side. Butler picks it up on his way in. Holds it up at the point. Butler across the far side to Espirito. Shot taken. Goalie with the save. Puck goes to the far side wall. Coyotes send it up. They're going to skate it up and out into the Rampage zone on the far side. And we have a penalty come into the Rampage for a hook or a hold or a something. I didn't get to give my normal pregame rant about the officiating, but here we are. 14:04 left in the first. Rampage going on the first penalty kill of the game. Player outskated his ability to stay on his feet, in my opinion, but nonetheless, Freeman Butler's going to the box. Out on the ice to get started on the PK. We've got Banyan, Foster, Lester, and White. Oh, yeah. Definitely need some good luck today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Across to the far side, shot. Save made. Puck gets cleared up and out. Coyotes regroup behind their own net. Drop back into the zone. Coyotes across to the near side. Into the Rampage zone at the point. Pass across. Back across again. Shot doesn't make it through, and now it's going to get cleared all the way back in the Coyote zone. 1 minute 18 left on the penalty kill. Coyotes back into the Rampage zone on the near side. Cleared out by, oh, I'm sorry. Goes off the body, doesn't come out of the zone yet, and now Bisley gets it. He's going to clear it deep. 1:03 left on the penalty kill. Coyotes hold it up behind their net. They're going to regroup and reset. Big miscommunication on the Coyotes bench as far as who's coming into the play and where they're going to go. Coyotes up and out of the zone. Into the Rampage zone on the far side. Down into the corner on the far side. Coyotes back behind the Rampage net. Up to the point. Back down the wall on the far side. Across. They're going to pick it up in the circle. Skate it down behind the Rampage net now. The net's loose. Up to the blue line. Puck comes across. Circle. Shields with the save. Another shot's going to go to the far side. And now we get a stoppage for the net being off, which has been for at least 30 seconds or so that they've been in the zone. 14 seconds left on the penalty kill. 12-18 in period number 1. Out on the ice to take over for this last part of our penalty kill, we've got Rahojan, Roberts, Lester, and White. Cleared up the wall to the far side, not quite out. Bounces across. Coyotes skate past it, but now wrangle it back in, keep it in the zone. Skate down, back and behind. Rampage are back in full strength. Puck bounces around, gets stuck on the linesman, and now comes up to a player. Butler picks it up. He dumps it in, and he's going to go for a change. Puck comes across to the near side. Up and out and back into the Rampage zone. Root gets there in his own zone. He recollects. Sends it up the boards to the near side for White. White turns. He's going to fire it into the zone. Flanagan on the forecheck on the far side. Coyotes pick it up. Back behind their net to the near side now. Cross-size pass up and out of the zone. They're going to poke it into the Rampage zone. Deep. Fewer goes into the corner. A couple of Coyotes players there as well. Comes up to the point on the far side. Just not out. Back to the center. Shot goes up and over. Another shot gets deflected wide, and now Drexel gets there. He flips it up in the air, unable to clear, and now Coyotes somehow keep it in the zone. Pass gets deflected. It's going to come up and out of the zone now. Judkins gets there up to Drexel. Drexel tries to make a move. Coyotes have the puck back. Puck up the near side boards, back into the Rampage zone, down the near side wall. It's going to go back and behind. Picked up by Espirito, and we've got a player. Holy crap, that's a game ejection. We don't even have a penalty coming. Oh, we do have a penalty coming. Okay. Grabbing the face mask is a game ejection. Automatic.
And that's all? Wow.
So we got a penalty or a power play coming to the Rampage, 10:33. All they assigned was a roughing penalty. Like I said, I will show you in the rule book all day long. Grabbing the face mask is game ejection. Out on the ice to get started on the power play, we've got Banyan, Freitas, Whittingham, Dormer, and White. Puck comes up to Freitas, over to White on the near side. Quick shot, goalie has a save. He's going to hang on. We'll get another face-off.
6 minutes, 26 seconds.
1:52 left on the power play. Comes up to White at the point. Skates across. Quick shot. Goalie has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. We'll get a quick change to the power play line with 1:47 left on the PB. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Sarver, Lester, and Butler. Rampage win the draw, up to Lester at the point. Lester over to Drexel. Skates down low, quick shot. Goalie makes a save. It's going to go to the far wall. Butler gets there. It's going to sauce it over to Lester. Lester in the corner, or at the point, down to Drexel. Drexel down to Whitted. Whitted back to Drexel, up to Lester. Over to Butler. Butler takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. It's going to end up in the corner on the far side. Coyotes get there. unable to clear. And now it's going to come back to a Coyotes player. Bounces back to Sarver, tosses it over, looking for Whitted. It's down in the corner. Whitted ties things up down low. Sarver picks it up. He's back behind, sends it up to Lester at the point. Down to Sarver, goes out, or Drexel goes off the stick. It's back behind. It's poked to the near side now. Sarver picks it up. Over to Lester. Lester takes a shot. Body's in the way. It's bouncing around. Coyotes are going to clear. 55 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage. They'll get a change of the power play line. Lester skates it up. Sends it up to Freitas on the near side. Quick move. Banyan wrangles it in. Resets. Sends it across to White. White's in. Quick shot. Back in behind and ends up in the near side corner. Puck comes up. Coyotes clear at the distance. 26 seconds left on the power play. Freitas picks it up. He's going to regroup behind his net. Actually, he leaves it for White. White comes skating out from behind the net. Sends it back to Freitas. Cross ice. Quick poke check, and now White's going to dump it in. Coyotes send it back the distance. 7 seconds left on the power play. White picks it up. Sends it up the boards to the near side of Whittingham. Whittingham for White. White down the near side. Coyotes back at full strength. White turns, fires, body's in the way. Coyotes pick it up. They're going to skate up and out. Near side, and they're going to dump it down low. Goes to the far side corner. Puck comes up to Banyan, and now he's going to have to come back for it on the near side. Cross ice pass deflects it on someone. Bisley picks it up, takes the red line, he chips it in. Bisley giving chase down low. Coyotes have it. They're going to reset, send it up and not out of the zone. Comes back to Root. Root turns, takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Puck ends up back behind. Tied up down low. Root and Judkins in the battle. Up to Flanagan. Flanagan takes a shot. Goalie has a save. He's going to hang on to that one. We'll get a face-off in the Coyote zone with 7:37 in period number 1.
Right next to you, I can't hear you.
No, really. It's just really loud in here. Well, that's okay. Maybe nobody will hear the inappropriate things I have to say today. Out of the ice, we've got Rahosian, Foster, Roberts, Bennett, and Bisley. Puck comes up to Bisley at the point, sit back down the wall. Up to the point to Bisley, over to Bennett. Bennett takes a shot, goalie makes a save, comes back out. Coyotes dump it. Shields is going to play it around the boards to the far side. Puck bounces out front. Coyotes up top. Shot goes off a body. Comes to the corner. Bisley flips it up the boards. Rahosian takes a shot. Right in the freaking face mask. You cannot check with your elbow to somebody's face. Foster's going to skate it up the near side, up and out of the zone. Coyotes flip it right back in. Bisley sends it across to Bennett. Bennett skates up and out on the far side. He's going to flip it into the Coyote zone. Coyotes send it into the zone. Banyan has to come back for it behind the net. Sends it out to Fuhrer. Coyotes with a quick steal. Puck goes back behind and to the far side. Up to the point on the far side, across to the near side. Fed down the wall, quick steal by Fuhrer. He's going to skate it up and out. Fuhrer takes the red line. He's going to chip it in. Banyan on the forecheck. Coyotes send it up the near side wall. Up the wall, just out of the zone. Coyotes coming back the other way. Far side into the Rampage zone. Quick shot. Shields with the save. Bounces back out front. Now Whittingham's going to wrangle it in. He's up and out of the zone. Takes the red line. He's going to chip it in. Dormer in on the forecheck. Puck comes up the near side wall. White pinching in. Whittingham wrangles it in. Backhand. Quick shot. Gavin Dormer with the goal. Excellent pressure. Boys applied pressure in the Coyote zone. Kept the puck in. Whittingham got a shot. Goalie made a save. Dormer picks it up. He's going to bury it. 5:34 left in period number 1. Rampage go up by a score of 1-0. Gavin Dormer. And out on the ice, we're going to have Flanagan, Whitted, Banyan, Espirito, and White. Puck back into the Coyotes zone, up the near side wall. Puck comes up and out. Flanagan makes a move. Back to Banyan, into the zone. Banyan looks. Back to Espirito, and now it's going to come back. Lester's going to dump it in from the blue line. Puck down low. Banyan's going to get there. Comes up to Bennett. Off of a body, bouncing around, and now comes back to a Coyotes player. They're going to clear on the near side. Sent in from the red line. It's going to go across the far corner. Shields plays it out to the far wall. Rampage getting a change, so are the Coyotes. I think a couple players changed anyway. Puck flipped up. It's going to come back in the Coyote zone where the Coyotes player will get there first. Stretch pass comes in. It's into Rampage zone. Bisley sends it to the far wall, but Coyotes pinch in, keep it down low in the corner. Battle for the puck down low. I believe we've got Bisley and Lester in the mix. Coyotes send it pass across the near side point. Shot goes off the body. Secondary shot. And now Judkins tries to clear, unable to do so. Comes back to Lester. He sends it off the boards. It comes out of the zone. Coyotes with it. They turn, send it out of the zone. Into the Rampage zone on the far side. Back behind the net. Bisley gets there, changes direction. It's going to come back to Butler on the near side. He turns, looks, makes a move off the boards. Now sends the pass across for Foster. Foster skates through. He makes a move. He's into the zone. Coyotes recollect the puck. Sarver gets in the mix, and now puck comes back out, and now Coyotes grab it. Puck gets cleared up and out of the zone. Coyotes skate to the near side, into the zone. Down low, back behind. Judkins gets in the mix, try to tie things up. Coyotes send the pass across. Shot, body's in the way. It's going to go wide of the net. Ends up in the near side corner. Butler gets there. And now Judkins skates it up, sends it up for Rahojan. He's going to tip it into the zone. He's going to the bench for a change. Robertson on the forecheck. Coyotes send it to the far wall. Up and out of the zone now. They flip it way up in the air. Into the Rampage zone on the far side. Rimmed around the boards to the near side point. Shot. Body's in the way. It sails just a little wide and now ends up on the far wall. Another shot. Shields with the save. Coyotes skate to the near side. And with the net comes off again and we get a stoppage. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in period number one. And I wholeheartedly concur with Miss Sonia. Fix the damn net. That has been a theme not only of this weekend, but the whole friggin' season as far as I'm concerned. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Dormer, Freitas, Bennett, and a Fewer. And in case you guys haven't picked up on it, old Mikey's a little salty and amped up today. Should be a fun day. Puck up the wall, and now it's going to come out of the zone. Freitas wrangles it in. He chips it in. Dormer's on the hunt. Puck down low into the corner. Freitas picks it up on the near side. Tries to center it. Nobody home. Coyotes come back out of the zone with it. Puck sit hard into the zone. Bisley picks it up behind his net. Sends it over to Lester. Lester turns, skates, sends a pass up and through. Went off of a Coyote stick, so play will continue. Drexel gets in the way of that one. It's going to bounce over to the far side wall. Now it's hit up and out of the zone. Bisley chips it back. Bisley also gives a reverse check after sending the puck in that elicits a nice reaction from the crowd. White sends it up, cross ice to the far side. Coyotes come back the other way. Puck in, Drexel with the steal. And now Espirito's going to skate it up and out. Coyotes wrangle it back in, send it into their zone and out to the near side. 1:15 left in the period. Espirito picks it up, skates to the near side, sends it up, looking for Drexel outside the reach, and now Foster's going to skate it up and out. Puck ends up at the point, comes out of the zone, cross ice, and now Sarver picks it up. Takes the red line, he's going to dump it in. Rims around to the near side. Up to Root, tries to center, and now Coyotes clear the puck. Bennett on the far side, clears it up and out of the zone. Flanagan tries to turn it. Coyotes players holding on to Bennett's stick. Back into the Rampage zone. Quick shot. Shields gets a piece that goes up and over into the far side. .23 seconds left.
Nice work, Teddy.
Tied up on the wall on the near side. We've got Root and Judkins in the mix. Coyotes pull it off the wall. Skate to the near side. Quick shot. Shields with the save. He's going to hang on. 9.5 seconds left in period number one. We're going to face off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Frida Swittingham, Dormer, Lester, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw back in the corner. Bisley gets there. He's going to try to trap it. Whittingham's in the mix as well. 3 seconds left. It comes up to Dormer. He's going to try to trap it. See, Boone got a 2-10 for a hit just like that yesterday. Little extracurricular after the buzzer. As time expires on period number one, Rampage are up 1-0. Yeah.
The other coach yesterday must have called Ryder's mask because the refs aren't calling it.
Oh, so I. Thanks, I've been working on it. I like. It's very nice to meet you. Yeah.
I watch you all the time.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're able to make you some things. We love doing it, and it's super helpful with the camera. It works out great. So I'm glad that you're able to watch. Yeah. Absolutely, you're welcome. Thanks.
Yeah, so anyway, there must have been the coaches that called.
Right.
Because one of the same refs was the same
So that's why he had to wear a different helmet? Oh.
So look at his mask,
Yeah.
and then now look at Ryder's.
It's just like bigger. Okay.
Because stick or a puck, it could go through it.
Oh, okay. All right, as we get ready to get started here, period number two out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whitted, Banyan, Butler, and White. And of course, Ryder Shields in between the pipes. Coyotes win the draw. Cross to the near side. Into the Rampage zone. Quick pass cross ice. Banyan gets there. Sends it up. Whitted wrangles it in. He's across the red line. He's into the zone now. Makes a move to the far side. Holds up on the wall. Sends it up looking for Butler. Wasn't quite in the zone yet. And now Coyotes coming back with speed. Quick shot. Goes wide. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Cross ice to the far side. White with the steal. He turns it back around. And now a little back and forth to neutral. Coyotes send it in. Butler flips it up and out. Whittingham's on the chase. I think Coyotes are going to get there first. They do. They send it up and out, back into the Rampage zone. Quick move towards the net. Player runs Ryder in the crease. And we don't get a whistle until the net comes off. 16:03 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Bennett, Lester, Sarver, Drexel. Puck up to the point on the near side. Coyotes send it back down the wall. It's going to rim around to the far side. Drexel tries to poke it out. Coyotes pinching in, keep it down low in the corner. Centering pass is going to come up and out of the zone. Coyotes hold it in the zone apparently. Judkins sends it around to the near side. Up to the Coyotes player at the point. Shot taken. Judkins gets in the way of it out. Puck comes up and out now. Drexel tries to flip it up, goes off the stick. Comes back to Bennett. Bennett's going to send it into the zone. Puck back up the near side wall. Coyotes send it across to the far side. They're into the Rampage zone on the far side. Back to the near side. Quick shot. Shields with the save. Back up to a Coyotes player at the point. Another shot. Body's in the way. Puck's going to go down into the corner. Battle over the puck down low. Coyotes skate it to the near side. Freitas gets there. He's going to sauce it up and out to the red line. And now Coyotes send it back. They're offside on the way back in. But there's no ref on the blue line. It is. I believe Tier 1 Elite Hockey League should be embarrassed at the fact that they can't have more than 2 refs in a tournament that is theirs. Puck goes back behind the Rampage net. Up to the blue line, across to the far side point. Shot from up high. Shields has it in his glove. He's going to hang on to it. 14:04 left in period number 2. Face off in the Rampage zone. Well, that's good because I'm starting to get a little more heated. Out on the ice, so we've got Banyan, Whitted, Flanagan, White, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. Bouncing around back and forth. And now comes up to the point. Coyotes flip it up. It takes a weird deflection played with a high stick. And they actually caught that. And Shields did make the save, but it was played with a high stick. 13:53 left in period number 2. Faceoff's going to come back down into the Coyote zone. Same group out as before. Puck comes up to the near side wall, bounces off the wall, and now Flanagan feeds it down to Whitted. Pass across, looking for Banyan. Coyotes got a stick in the way. Puck comes through into the Rampage zone now. Banyan gets skates on it. Comes back to White. White wrangles it in, sauces it up for Flanagan, off the wall for Whitted, and then comes back out of the zone. White sends it in. Rampage have to tag. They're going to go for a change. Coyotes have the puck down low in their zone, pass across to the near side. They're up and out and into the Rampage zone on the near side. Back up to the point on the far side. Cross ice to the near side. Shot from up high. Body's in the way. I think Shields got a piece. It ends up in the far corner. Coyotes skate up from the blue line, pass across. Now they're going to dump it into the corner. Rimmed around to the far side. Bennett tying things up. Drexel comes in to help out. He turns, tries to feed it up. Coyotes get a skate on it. Shot, Shields with a save. Off a body. Now Judkins is going to flip it up in the air. I think this will be icing unless it dies. Not enough for icing. Excellent. 12:37 left in period number 2. Coyotes have to regroup. Back behind their net. Play will continue. Coyotes clear it up and out. Bennett has it in his zone. Sends it up the near side wall. Coyotes send it back. Over to Lester. Back over to the near side. Bennett gets there, up the wall for Freitas. Freitas turns. Coyotes get a stick on it. It's going to come off the wall. They skate across to the far side. Into the Rampage zone. Pass up for Dormer off of his stick into the zone. Coyotes goaltender is going to send it around the far side boards. Root gets there, takes a shot from up high. It goes high and wide and ends up on the near boards. Butler sends it in from the point, and then it bounces up, not quite out. Still bouncing around. Freitas manages to keep it in the zone. Now it comes out. Bisley's got it, sends it back up towards Root. It's going to bounce back to Root. Coyotes are on it. Back into the Coyote zone. Up and out. Bisley sends it in. Rampage have to tag up. They do so. Coyotes with the puck. Up and out. Shields is going to hold it up for Butler. Puck bouncing around down low in the corner now. Coyotes regroup back behind the net. Try to stuff it out front. Comes up to a player.
He can't fix it when he's freaking playing hockey.
A little pushing and shoving after the whistle. 10:54 left in period number 2. Out on the ice. Fewer, Banyan, Flanagan, Whitted, White. Rampage win it. Comes back to Fewer up, and now Flanagan's going to clear it up and out. A little back and forth. Rampage kind of end up in each other's way a little bit. Now White's going to clear it up and out. Coyotes with it in their own zone. Off the wall on the far side. Fewer ties it up on the wall. Comes back into the Rampage zone. Shields is going to send it up to White. White off the boards for Fewer on the far side. Fewer sends it around the near side wall. Coyotes tie things up on the wall down low. And now Flanagan clears it out of the zone. Coyotes regroup. Cross to the far side. Puck comes back. It's in the Rampage zone. Whitted clears it up and out. It's going to be on net. Play will continue. The goaltender's going to cover it up wisely as Carter Drexel was crashing in. 9:57 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off in the Coyotes zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Judkins, Bennett, and Esperito. Oh, just wait. One of our kids is going to take a run right through that goaltender sometime this game. We've earned the right to. Rampage win the draw, and Coyotes are going to get a quick poke check to get it out of the zone. Judkins turns, fires it back in. Coyotes play it with a high stick. Played with the high stick. Puck comes up and out and back into the Rampage zone. Quick shot off the side of the net, and then another shot. Shields gets that one. Coyotes feed it up and into the zone. To the far side to Drexel. And he's going to backhand it up. Sarver over to Judkins. Judkins wrangles it in. He's going to backhand it into the zone. Going for a change. Coyotes with it. Skate out and across. Into the Rampage zone. Quick shot. Shields with the save. Got a stick on it. Goes into the far corner. Lester picks it up down low. looks to the near side, makes a quick spinorama, and now he's going to skate up and out of the zone. Across the red line, he's going to dump it in. Dormer's there on the far wall, sends it back behind. Coyotes get there, send it up to the point to Lester, sends it back down the wall for Dormer, centers the puck, and now Coyotes clear. Coyotes into Rampage zone on the near side. Move back behind, wrap around attempt. The puck is in the crease. The net is off again, and thankfully we get a stoppage, but Shields had made both saves. 8:22 11 period number 2. We should go to an ice cut. When we come back, face-off will be in the Rampage zone. Score is 1-0 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. And I am going to take a break and try to put my life back together for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, they're big time hiking for sure. All right, folks, welcome back as we get ready to start the second half of the second period. 8:22 on the clock. Score is currently 1-0 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. Face-off will be in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Dormer, Freitas, Whittingham, Butler, White, and Shields in net. It is really loud in this rink, which I kind of like, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Rampage with the draw down in the corner. Puck goes up the far side wall. Coyotes pinch in, keep it down low. Hooked out to Dormer. He turns. He's going to skate up and out of the zone. He dumps it in from the red line. Rims around to the near side. And White holds it in at the point. Bounces up and just out in front of the goaltender. Puck back into the Rampage zone. Butler gets there first. White's going to pick it up. Coyotes get bodies in the way of the pass. Butler takes a cross-check from behind down to the ice. Play continues. Flanagan gets in there. He's going to skate to the far side. Up the wall. And now Coyotes with it across to the near side. Into the Rampage zone. Flanagan turns, sends it up and out. It's stuck on a body, and now Coyotes send it across to the far side. Dump it into the Rampage zone. Shields holds it up back behind the net. He's going to play it to the far side, goes up the wall. Coyotes at the point send it wide of the net to the near side. Puck comes up to Flanagan. He's going to bounce across to Banyan. Skates up and out, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in, chase it down low. Into the corner on the far side. Puck comes across to the near side. Up and Coyotes are out of the zone. Cross to the far side. Quick poke check. It's bouncing around. Player steps on the puck and falls down. Yeah, that did not look comfortable. Dumped it back in on net. Shields is going to leave it for Bennett. Up the wall to Sarver. Up and out to Drexel. Back to Drexel. Off the wall. Across the far side to Lester. Across the line. He's going to dump it in. Rims around to the near side. Sarver puts it back the other way. Up to Lester at the point. He sends it back in. Back to the near side. Sarver dumps it down low. Judkins going in behind the net. Drexel gets a stick on it. Tries to change direction. Coyotes send up the wall. Drexel to steal. Back down to Judkins. Judkins with a shot. Goes off the goaltender and up into the netting and out of play. 5:58 left in period number 2. Face-off in the Coyote zone. Out on the ice. Who do we got? I don't think we know who we got. We got Root, Foster, Roberts, Bisley, and White. Coyotes win the draw. Cross to the near side. Deflected off of a stick. Bisley knocks it down, sends it to the near side wall. Goes off a body. Roberts backhands it up. Root, if he can get there, he got held up on his way in. It should have been, but at least they didn't call icing. Coyotes pick it up back behind their net. Send it across to the far side. Fewer sends it in. Rampage tag up. Puck rims around to the near side. Roberts up to Root. Root makes a move at the corner. Comes back to Root. Skates across to the slot. Shot goes wide of the net. Foster in the corner. Roberts gets there. Skates it off the wall. Backhands it out to center. Puck deflects across to the far side. Comes back in, but Rampage are offside. They have to tag up. Coyotes have the puck. They're going to flip it into the Rampage zone. Butler up the wall to Root. Root sends it across to the far side corner. Quick move in the corner by a Coyotes player. Freitas with the steal keeps it in. Comes back to him. Puck deflects into the near corner. Freitas up the wall for Bennett. Bennett feeds it back down the wall. Coyotes have it, and they're coming the other direction. I don't know where the puck went. I think everybody lost sight of the puck. Must have ended up on the Coyotes bench. 4:32 left in period number 2. Out on the ice. Freitas, Whittingham, Espirito, Dormer, and Bennett. Puck comes across to the near side. Coyotes get there first. They chip it into the zone. Shields holds it up, feeds it to the far side. Dormer's going to pick it up. Comes up and out of the zone, and now Coyotes turning around the other way. Back into the Rampage zone on the far side wall. Espirito feeds it up the wall. Whittingham gets there. He's going to chip it up and out. Freitas picks it up. He's into the zone. Freitas with a shot. Goalie gets a piece that comes to the near wall. Whittingham sends it back down low. Looks like Coyotes pick it up. They skate it up and out. Into the Rampage zone on the near side. Fed down low. Shields sends it in the corner. And the net comes off again. And fortunately, I think Dormer redirected the person that was trying to run Shields. 3:48 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Bisley, Flanagan, Banyan, and Lester, I think. Puck comes across to the far side. Lester gets there, changes direction for Bisley. Bisley skates to the far side up the wall, kicks it up and out. Coyotes turn it back around again. They send it up and out of play. Faceoff's going to come outside the Rampage zone. 3:31 left in period number 2. Looks like we're going to have White and Butler come out to join Flanagan, Whitted, and Mannion. Coyotes win the draw over to the near side. Puck bouncing around. A little back and forth at neutral ice. I don't know where it is. Comes back in the Coyote zone. Coyotes with it. Ends up bouncing to the near side. Quick loss of the puck. Back in the Coyote zone. They turn it back around again. Into the Rampage zone, far side. Butler gets skates in the way. And now Banyan tries to flip it up the wall. Whitted gets there, pins it at the point, sends it across to Flanagan. Flanagan feeds it down low. Coyotes get sticks in the way. They're coming back the other way. Coyotes through neutral into the Rampage zone. Quick steal by White. Goes off a body, bounces, and now up to Whitted. He pulls it. He's going to send it. That'll be icing. Rampage will get a change. 2:37 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Judkins, Sarver, Bennett, and Bisley. Puck comes out, bounces to Drexel. He scoops it up and out of the zone, tries to give it a chase. Drexel gets a stick on it at the far wall to Sarver. Sarver driving down, back behind the net, to the near side, changes direction. Judkins picks it up, sends it up to the point for White. Back to Judkins and back down into the corner. Drexel gets there, feeds it up the wall. Shot from up high, goes wide of the net, comes to the near side wall, and now Coyotes get a stick on it. Pass across to the far side into the Rampage zone. Shot ends up on the near wall, up and out of the zone. Coyotes up back to the near side, back in the Rampage zone with it. Bennett ties things up down low in the corner. Drexel picks it up, skates to the far side, and now he's going to send the pass across to the near side. Doesn't quite connect. That's probably going to be icing. No, they let play continue. Yeah, usually they don't call that the right way, but that time they did. Play continues. Puck comes up to Espirito. He's going to turn, dump it back in. Dormer on the near side. Centers it back towards the goaltender. Puck is back behind the net now. Comes back to Dormer's shot. Only makes a save. And the net came off, maybe? Yep, the net came off. 1:19 left in period number 2. And that's a problem. I don't blame the goalies. I do blame the nets. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Whitted, Flanagan, White, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. It's in the pile. Coyotes get there. They're going to skate and turn and feed it up and out. White tips it back the other way. Coyotes pick it up in the neutral zone. Into the Rampage zone. White's got it. Cross ice to the far side. Espirito up the far wall to Banyan. Off his stick into the zone. Flanagan's going to give chase down low into the corner. Battle for the puck down low. Coyotes get there. Feed it up front. Up and out of the zone. Cross ice to the far side. Quick shot. Shields with it in his glove. And
You don't rush the goalie.
keep him off the goaltender.
Don't rush the freaking goalie after he freaking caught it.
And, maybe make him gain 15 or 20 pounds. He kind of got thrown like a rag doll a little bit.
He did. Oh boy. Maybe that'll teach him not to rush him.
Well, and he swatted at him, too, when he had it in his glove. Little extracurricular. Coyotes are too busy talking trash to figure out who's out on the ice. Out on the ice for the Rampage is Freitas, Dormer, Lester, Whittingham, and Butler. Lester gets there. He's going to send it over to Butler. Butler makes a move back behind the net. Puck bouncing around. Dormer clears it up and out. Coyotes send it off the wall, coming back the other way. Into the Rampage zone. Freitas picks it up, comes up and out. Dormer gets taken out. Apparently nobody's going to get called for anything, so we might as well just beat the crap out of some folks. Lester's going to send it in. And time expires on period number 2. Your score after 2 is 1-0 in favor of the Rampage. It's a tight game. I would have said period number 1, we dominated. We came out with a lot of jump from the beginning. At the start of period number 2, Coyotes came back with a vengeance. And nonetheless, the boys have one more period to close out before everybody heads home for Christmas. All right, 17 minutes up on the clock. 17 more minutes this year. Yeah, we need to play this period like we played the first. We started with a lot of jump, a lot of pressure at their end. All right, out on the ice to get it started for period number 3. We've got Flanagan, Whitted, Banyan, Butler, and White, and of course Mr. Ridershield in the net. Rampage win the draw. White over to Butler. Butler fans on it, has to send it up but not out. And Coyotes are offside. I guess it did come out. I can't see the blue line in that corner from here. Only 10 minutes expired so far in the period. Same group out as before. Faced off just outside the Rampage zone. Coyotes win it. They're going to send it across to the far side. Back into their zone. Pass across. Coyotes with a quick move. Shields with the save. Pass across to the far side point. Back down into the corner. Whitted ties things up down low. Puck comes up off of Flanagan's stick. Played with the high stick. But it's going to come out of the zone. And now they're going to stop the play because of the high stick. And the faceoff's going to come back to the Coyote zone. 16-17 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Lester, Bennett, Rahosian, Foster, Roberts. Puck rims around to the near side. Roberts is going to send it back in. Coyotes with it in their zone. They send it. Pass doesn't connect. That should be icing. And it is indeed. We get a whistle. Faceoff will be back in the Coyote zone with 16:01 left in the period. Coyotes skated to the near side, up the near side wall. They're out of the zone. Rahosian gets a skate on that one, and now Coyotes have to dump it from the far side. And now we've got, okay, put your hand in the air! 15:42. Yeah, throw your hands up at that. I see you, number 8. 15:33 left in period. Shot from the point. Puck's going to go across to the far side. For what you guys probably missed because it didn't happen near the puck, is Zach Roberts got mauled by 2 different Coyotes players, cross-checking him while he was on the ice, right in front of one of our only 2 officials, and no call. Play continues. Bennett skates to the near side, up to Whittingham, off the wall. Dormer gets poke check. Coyotes coming back the other way. Whittingham with a steal. He's going to sauce it to the far wall. Freitas turns with it. Up the wall. Whittingham wrangles it in. He's out of the zone. Backhands it to Dormer. Dormer turns, swings it into the Coyote zone. To the far side. Sarver with a nice chip. Keeps it in the zone. Dormer on the far wall. Sends it low. Sarver gets in the mix back behind. Coyotes pick it up. Cross ice to the far side. It's bouncing. Coyotes were offside, but there's no ref on the blue line. Coyotes send it across to the near side point. They're going to make move into the circle. Puck comes up and out. Coyotes regroup in their zone. Cross ice to the near side. Flipped up in the air into the far side. Butler picks it up. Changes direction. Cross to White on the far side. White sends a pass up the boards, off of Flanagan's stick into the zone. Coyotes goaltender is going to cover it up. Flanagan doing an excellent job on the forecheck, putting pressure, forcing the goalie to cover it. 13:51 left in period number 3. Face-off in the Coyote zone. On the ice, Whitted, Flanagan, Banyan, Butler, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw up to Butler. Butler takes a shot. Goalie has it in his glove. We'll get one more just like before. Rampage win the draw. Flanagan skates into the far wall. Up to Whitted. Whitted with the shot goes up and over. Ends up on the near side wall. Up to Espirito. Espirito sends a pass. Goes into the zone. Play will continue. Rampage getting the change. Banyan on the forecheck. Puck Puck comes up out of the zone. Foster with a reverse check. That gets a nice reaction from the crowd. Quick shot, Shields with it in his glove. He's hanging on. 13-14 left in period number 3. Face off in the Rampage zone on the ice. We've got Roberts, Foster, Lester, Bennett. Nope, sorry. We got Freitas, Whittingham, Dormer, Bennett, and Lester. Puck stuck in the pile, and now it's going to go back into the corner. Up the wall to Freitas. Freitas skates it up and out over to Whittingham. Whittingham makes a move, sends it across looking for Dormer. Dormer gets a stick on it, shot. Goaltender makes a save. Coyotes coming back the other way. Lester knocks it down, and now he's going to send it up and out. Rampage going to change. Coach getting some quick shift changes out here. Now that we're in the third period, keep everybody fresh. Root picks it up. Skating back the other way. He's into the Coyotes zone. Sends it down low. Puck back behind. Foster gets there. Ties things up back behind the net. Coyotes skated to the near side. Cross to the far side now. Coyotes with the puck. They're going to chip it in. They're going to go for a change. Bisley sends it up the boards on the near side. Down to Foster. Sends it up but not out. Coyotes skated off the wall. Cross to the far side. Quick shot from the circle. And
This is my message for you. All game.
12:02 left in period number 3. Shields had the save. Coyotes were on the attack. You do have to protect the goalie. Out on the ice, so we've got Judkins, Drexel, Sarver, Butler, and Bennett. Puck back behind the net, loose out front, and now it gets swiped to the far wall. Coyotes send it back down low. Poked across to the near side. Drexel gets there, sends it up to Sarver. Sarver looking for Judkins. Rampage are offside. They have to tag up and do so. Coyotes with the puck in their zone. Across to the near side. Shot. Shields with the save. Secondary shot. Shields with the save! Can I get a heck yeah for Ryder Shields? 11:28 left in the period. Out on the ice. Lester, White, Whitted, Banyan, Flanagan. I'm all hot and bothered now, folks. I'm loving it. White with the puck. He's going to skate it up, feeds it through. Not enough for icing. Play will continue. Coyotes rimming around the boards to the near side. It's going to come out of the zone. Lester has to get there. He does just in time, so it's not icing. Back to White. Up the boards to Banyan. He turns, clears the zone with it. Whitted pokes it into the zone. Down the near side wall. Up in the air. It's going to bounce up and out. Banyan wrangles it in. Over to White. Up to Flanagan and didn't connect. That's going to be icing. Whitted thought that he got the touch, but they think that he didn't. 10:52 left in period number 3. Face off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Whittingham, Freitas, Dormer, Espirito, and Bennett. Puck dribbles out of the zone. Freitas tries to backhand it up, and now Coyotes with a takeaway. They're coming back the other way. To the near wall. Quick loss of the puck. Whittingham to Dormer. Romer back to Whittingham, overskates it, and now Coyotes coming back the other way. That was offside. Back into the zone. Coyotes take a shot. Shields with the save. And we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 10:27 left in period number 3. And it looks like we're going to get a quick change. We've got Drexel, Server, Foster coming out with Bisley and Butler. Puck rims around on the near side. Butler picks it up, feeds it up the wall. Back down low and wide. Shields leaves it for Bisley. Bisley sends it across. Comes back to Butler on the near side. Butler makes a move in the corner. He's going to regroup behind his net. Bisley picks it up, sends it up the boards. Bisley takes a cross check to the back of the head. Coyotes to the far side, into the zone. Down low. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Play will continue. It came off Coyotes. Rampage getting a change. Coyotes pick it up in their zone. Up to the near side, off a stick into the Rampage zone. White skates it off the wall, sends it up and out of the zone. Coyotes have it. Bounces back into the Rampage zone. Lester has to rush for it. He's going to get there first. Got a Coyotes player on him. White picks it up down low, ribs it around the boards, and it goes out of play. 9:14 left in period number 3. On the ice, Whittingham, Dormer, Friedis, White, and Lester. Tied up on the draw. Cross ice to the near side. Puck ends up in the corner. Coyotes get there. They're behind the Rampage net. Up to the point on the far side. Cross ice to the near side. Dormer gets a stick in the way of that one. Puck comes back to the wall. Whittingham's going to turn with it. Skates to the far side. He makes a move. He's out of the zone. Feeds it into the zone. And the goaltender's going to hang on to it as we get some pushing and shoving after the play. That's number 8 again. Got your number now, buddy. 8:43 left in period number 3. That was the one that was cross-checking Zach on the ice. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Whitted, Flanagan, Esperito, and Minute. Rampage win the draw. Banyan with a shot, deflects off a stick into the net and out of play. Tied up in the pile. Looks like Coyotes have it behind the net. Puck comes up to the near side. Banyan gets a stick on it, keeps it in the zone. Flanagan feeds it down low. Coyotes get a stick, and now it's going to go to the far side. They send it out of the zone. Bennett knocks it down, flips it back. Whitted's going to send it out of the zone. Coyotes have it in their own zone on the near side. Fed back through. Esperito with it on his stick. Feeds it up to Flanagan. Flanagan turns. He's going to dump it into the zone. Slips the jab. Puck in the Coyote zone down low. They turn around, skate up. They flip it up in the air. Bouncing around. Fewer gets a stick. Turns around, and now Sarver clears it out of the zone. Coyotes have to tag. Coyotes skate to the near side. Dump it in on net from the red line. Shields is going to drop it for Butler. Up to Drexel. Drexel across to Sarver. Back to Drexel. Might have been off. Drexel takes a shot. Comes to the near side wall. And the net is way, way off. And Sarver takes a cross check after the whistle. They're just going to look. 7:28 left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Root, Roberts, Bisley, and Butler. Hope True. Coyotes have it. They skate up and out. 3-on-2. 4-on-2 into the Rampage zone. Coyotes down low. Feet across. Puck bouncing. It's going to end up back behind. And now on the far side wall. Gets poked up to the blue line. Coyotes have the puck. Shot taken. Body's in the way. Butler gets there. Sends it out to Roberts. Off of his stick. Coyotes send it back the other side. Down low, Bisley gets there, sends it hard around the boards. Coyotes players there pitching in, keeps it in the zone. It's turning into chaotic hockey right now. Shot taken, deflects to the far side. Up the wall on the near side. Fed back down. Coyotes send the puck out front, shot. And now it's going to get cleared the distance. That'll be icing. But it'll give the Rampage a chance to change. Not a bad clear. 6:25 left in period number 3. On the ice, we've got Dormer, Whittingham, Freitas, Lester, and White. No, Bennett. Excuse me. Tied up on the far wall. Freitas and Bennett are in there. It gets knocked down low into the corner. Lester tries to tie things up back behind. Dormer comes in to help out. Bennett standing by. Coyotes get their wraparound attempt. Shields with the save. Whittingham picks it up. He's going to send it the distance. That'll be icing. But Rampage will get a chance to change. 6 minutes exactly left in period number 3. Out on the ice. Banyan, Flanagan, Whitted, Lester, and Bennett. Coach keeping the shifts a little bit short. Guys are a little tired at the end of a heavy weekend. Puck goes to Lester. Stuck on the wall. Coyotes keep it there. They send it up to the point. Shot, deflects off a body, comes out to Flanagan. Flanagan up to Whitted, doesn't connect, and we can spoil him for icing. Out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Drexel, Sarber, White, and Butler. White sends it over to Butler. Feeds it up and through, bounces off a stick, bounces out to neutral. Coyotes send it back into their zone. Up the wall on the far side, bounces off a stick. It's into the Rampage zone, and now it gets cleared up and out. Coyotes across to the far side. They're offside, but they tag up. Shields is going to trap it and hang on as there was a Coyotes player in the vicinity. 5:21, yeah, I agree. Slowing the game down, and that's a good way to go right now. 5:21 left in period number 3. Whittingham, Dormer, Freitas, White, and Butler on the ice. Coyotes win the draw. Up to the point. Back to the near side wall. Shot. Goes off of a body. Stuck on the near side wall. Shot goes wide of the net. Over to Freitas. Freitas clears it up, and now it bounces out. That's a hand pass! Dormer flips the puck into the zone. Coyotes with the puck. Up and out. into the Rampage zone, near side. Shot goes up and over, ends up on the far wall. Freitas gets there. He skates it up and out. He gets pulled. Oh, so frustrated right now. Puck comes into the near side corner. Foster picks it up. I'm sorry, goes to Bisley. Bisley out to Whitted. Whitted takes the red line. He's going to chip it in. Banyan gives chase down low. Puck down low in the corner. Coyotes pick it up. Skate to the far side, up to the point. Butler holds it at the blue line. And now the Coyotes throw it way up in the air. It's into the Rampage zone. Bounces off the near side wall. Whitted across for Banyan. Banyan pokes it. It's into the Coyote zone. Coyotes with it. They send it back out. Off the stick into the Rampage zone. Under 4 minutes left in the period. Tied up down low. Foster and Lester are in there. Butler comes in, picks up the puck, skates into the far side. Feeds it up and through. It's into the Coyote zone. Rampage getting a change. Flanagan in on the forecheck. Puck down low. Flanagan keeps things tied up down low. Up the near side wall. Puck bouncing around. Comes out of the zone. Coyotes pick it up at neutral. They're into the zone. That was offside. No call. Play continues. Shot. Shields with the save. He's going to hang on to it. And you guys probably couldn't see it on the camera, but that puck was deflected, and that was an excellent save by Ryder Field. Again, 3:06 left in period number 3. Face-off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, Whittingham, Freitas, Dormer, Bisley, and White. Tied up on the draw. White gets there. Sends it up on the far side, comes up and out. And now gets poked up to a Coyotes player, sends it into their zone on the near side. Up the wall, they're back into the Rampage zone. Shields is going to hold it up, sends it around the boards on the far side. White sends it across to Whittingham. Whittingham sends it up the boards for Dormer. Dormer gets there, keeps the play alive. Dormer centers the puck out front. Oh, it's bouncing. Banyan was in there, just couldn't get a stick on it. Dormer backhands. Goaltender makes a save. He's going to hang on. 2:26 left in period number 3. We'll get a face-off in the Coyote zone. These Coyotes players are working on getting on Santa's naughty list. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Banyan, Butler, and Bennett. Puck down low into the corner. Coyotes get there. Cross to the far side, up but not out of the zone. Held at the line by Banyan. The player's helmet comes off. And we'll get the face-off in the Coyote zone. And the player has to come off the ice, which actually is the rule because the equipment failed, so he has to come off the ice to fix it. So they had to replace him. Out on the ice, Drexel, Whitted, Banyan, Butler, and Bennett. Coyotes up the near side wall. Skate across to the far side, and with finally... So, we're getting a penalty for a slash. So, with 2:05 left in the game, Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. For the first... He's on the wrong box there. For the first penalty that they've called in 2 full periods. Out on the ice to get us going on the PK, we've got Whitted, Bennett, Whittingham, Butler. Coyotes win the draw up to the point. Over to the near side. And Butler's going to clear it in the distance. 148 left on the PK, 150 in the game. Coyotes up and out of the zone. They're going to drop it back to the trailer. Into the Rampage zone, near side, up to the point, down the wall, across to the far side. Bennett ties things up momentarily. Coyotes get the puck, sending it to the point. Sauced across to the near side. The shot gets deflected. Shields makes a save. The net comes off, and we get a stoppage. I don't know how he saw that one. Thank you. 1:10 left on the penalty kill, 1:15 in the period. Okay, well, whatever it was, it didn't go in the net. And Coyotes have pulled their goaltender, added an extra attacker on the penalty kill. Now, the only benefit to this situation is Rampage can ice it all day long as we're on the penalty kill. So we might as well take shots at that empty net for the rest of the game. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Whittingham, Lester, and White, and the faceoff's going to come outside the zone because apparently, oh no, I'm sorry, we have a timeout coming. Timeout coming. All right, folks, everybody watching at home, it's time to put in your Christmas wishes. I've been too naughty to make a wish myself, so I'm trusting everybody at home. All right, out on the ice to get us going again on this PK. We've got Whittingham, Whitted, White, and Butler. White can't quite get a stick on it. Puck comes up, doesn't come out of the zone. Coyotes keep it in the zone. Down the wall. Tied up back behind the net now. Puck comes up the wall on the near side. Coyotes with it at the point. Send it down low. Quick move. White's got it. He's going to clear. And White, just missed it. The empty net. Play will continue. Coyotes pick it up. Come back the other way. Into the Rampage zone, the near side. 30 seconds left in the game. Foster sends it. That one goes just wide, but play continues. The clock is going to keep running. 21 seconds left in the game. Foster blows the tire. Coyotes coming through the other way. In the Rampage zone. Foster turns, he's going to clear it. Just wide of the net. 6 seconds left in the game. Coyotes get there. Why did the clock stop? Clock! The clock stopped.
Why did the clock stop?
Yeah, it stopped at the end of the penalty. I don't. The clock stopped. The game's over. The game's over. The clock stopped. Rampage are back at full strength. The the clock stopped a solid, I mean, time dilation and all, but at least 2 seconds.
Well, they stopped playing. Like, I know Phoenix never even continued after the puck.
Right.
Still should be in their zone anyway, in our zone anyway. Yeah, so it should even, what's 2 seconds gonna do?
Hometown scorekeeper giving them a couple extra seconds.
But if they kicked a kid off, there's a penalty, so it's never going to be in our zone anyway.
Did they kick one of their kids off?
I'm pretty
Did
sure
I miss that?
one off went off
Okay.
that way.
I guess I missed that.
The one that punched Armani over here. They can let him win a game. It's down there anyway. Shouldn't even be in our zone. Oh, it used to be over there. Did you not even freaking call a penalty?
Okay. So apparently one of their kids just got kicked off the ice. There's no penalty on the board. The scorekeeper stopped the clock while the puck was still in play. We're showing 2 seconds on the board that shouldn't be there. And if this is anything other than a face-off in the Coyotes zone, I might lose my mind.
Like, what the fuck? Why are we even having this discussion? It shouldn't even be in our zone. Hey, how do you kick a guy out and it's in our zone? Like, I don't disagree with you.
I know. Okay. I'm not going to get into what should be because we'll just talk about what is. 2 seconds on the clock. Face out in the Rampage zone. Foster take the draw. Rampage are back at 5. And now that's good for running for it. And despite these awful officials, every attempt at giving the Coyotes a chance to win, Rampage pull off a win against the Coyotes for the first time in 5 games. Merry Christmas, everybody. Except if you're in this building wearing a striped shirt right now, in which case, no Merry Christmas to you. Congratulations. I want to give a special shout out to Ryder Shields today. Played his mind out, got the shutout. He made some incredible saves to get us the win today. And Merry Christmas, everybody else. Travel safely. Spend some great time with family. And we will see you back next year.